mini truckers, Ben here that US Mini Trucks. We got the Subaru Sambar sitting on 24s. What? I fixed an oil leak in this one, so I'm letting it, burn off some of the residual stuff that was on there. I thought I'd bring you guys along. We can do a walk around real quick, show you some of the features, and we'll go from there. So kind of an overcast day. This is a 1992 Subaru Sambar. The older ones have these circle lights, and the newer Sambars way down there have the rectangle lights. So there you can see an older one next to a newer one. These are actually a glass lens where the other ones are plastic. Okay. I had never used these tires before, but they're pretty nice. Let me show you. It sounds like it has a little bit of an exhaust leak. A lot of these, the Subarus kind of leak at this flex pipe. I can't really see it, but let me open up this rear hatch and see what we're dealing with in there. Yeah, you can see that smoke. Maybe when we come back, you can see the smoke. So we fixed the valve cover gasket, and then these O-rings. There's a little seal in these grommets that break down, so it seemed like it was kind of leaking out of a lot of places. And then we replaced that distributor cap O-ring. Then I sprayed some engine degreaser in there and some water, so we're seeing like a combination of steam and everything. Better to do it now though, because sometimes I've done this and I forget. And then you have like people, they drive 4 hours to come here, and they start up the truck and you're like, oh no, I swear it runs good, and they're like, yeah right dude, it's all smoky. So we'll just take a little bit of time, do some revs. You want to do some revs? Look at this new upholstery we put in. So matching seats, pretty clean. It's got some chalk marks still, those kind of rub off, but it's missing that piece, the little visor. And then kind of came with some cool stuff. This little thing, it's got an arrow telling you what side the gas tank's on. Oh, and is this the one that came with the quick drain? Yeah, dude, check that out. I've never seen that before, but super nice. Something I would do. So it's a little quick drain, so when you're doing oil change, instead of even doing a bolt, you just turn this valve and lock it out. I've only ever seen that in airplanes, so it's pretty cool. Okay, this only works with the parking brake on. So you can imagine, I actually have delivered trucks like when I first started, and I would deliver them and try to walk people through the features, and when I would try to show them this. And with the parking brake off, they don't want people driving around with the light on. So like you could sit here and you're pulling the light, and I would be there like showing the customers and be like, oh, I don't know what happened. It was working before I left, and I'm getting there with my multimeter and the fuse, and like it's not getting any power. You can see this switch comes around to here, and this is on with like a little lock nut, and I've seen that get loose. So I was like going crazy, and then I just stumbled upon like the fact that there's a micro switch in the parking brake, and that has to be on. So we're always learning together, but imagine selling these to customers and everything's broken. I like put a LED light up in there to upgrade it. I'm like, look at this upgrade, and then you get there and it doesn't even work. So that's something funny. We'll get it a little hotter. This thing sounds good though, huh? So the good thing is, once you do the valve cover gasket and the distributor cap O-ring, you only have to really do that once. If they make it 25 years, you do it another 25 years. So if you haven't done that already, it's something you may have to do. They're all gonna need it. And then I didn't paint the wheels on this one, so a lot of them, pretty much every single one we have has got black wheels. And I was just kind of feeling like I want to do something different. So keep this on the silver. It does have some I don't want to say problems, but it actually came with a bed liner. So they have like these little mats. We've had quite a few come with that, but somebody had drilled some holes in there. Looks like maybe just the 4. Maybe they had something mounted here, a bench or something to sit in. We've got the headache rack. We're finishing painting it. What else? Write down in the comments if you have any questions. I've seen people put LED headlight upgrades. This is the fuel. This is the battery. Okay, don't forget your hatches down. Seemed like we got most of the smoke off, but let's rev it up a little more just to do it for Dale. Dude, that little gargle, I would say keep the exhaust broken just to keep that gargle in there. But it's definitely still smoking. We'll give it a few more minutes. There's the alternator. You can kind of look at here. Yeah, it's like right in here. That flex pipe is where they leak. I've fixed a couple of these at the muffler shop, but this one's not really that obnoxious. So I figure we'll just keep it. What else can I show you? Push button 4-wheel drive. So you just push that, you get a little indication on the dash, and I could hear something move in the back. All the Subarus come with this little storage area. I've seen some where the tray is missing, so you might just have like a white, body part here, but it's supposed to have a tray with 4 screws, and to pull that seat out, you've got to pull the tray out. Let's see if this one works. Pretty rare. A lot of times these kind of get worn out. That micro switch. So whatever's in the middle position is not working, but it's supposed to be door mode. So door mode not working. It's okay. I just leave them off usually. That way, if it starts working on its own, you won't have any problems. This one has the all-weather floor mats. They don't all come with this. That's kind of a nice feature. So you actually have, that's like the floor right there. And then they all come with the gray. And then I think these were like an option. I'm not sure this. I thought it was rust, but it's just kind of like a mud or something because it comes off. Watch. Here's a small section. Let's see. There you go. I hope it's mud. That's what I always tell myself sometimes. So that's the Subaru Sambar 1992. We're gonna do another walk around of this one real quick. We'll do that in a separate video, so be sure, if you're already subscribed, maybe hit that notification bell, because sometimes too I'm finding issues, and it's kind of like a recall system. We can help each other out, and as I learn stuff or people let me know stuff, then we can share the information. Looks like we're kind of smoke free. I got this big nose, you got to use it for something, so I don't really smell much. It just smells good. I was going to just give it a little revs here. I was just trying to move some of this stuff to make some more room for it. Alright, we're going to close up the hatch. Oh, I'm still smelling a little something. It actually might work better with the hatch closed though, because keep that heat in there probably. I've got to remind myself to check the air filter in this one. We never did that yet. Okay. I'll pull it forward here real quick. Feels like the clutch is strong. That's forward. Here we go, back in reverse. Feels pretty solid. One of the things I've seen pretty common in these Subarus is the fan the motor works, but the switch kind of runs out. So your 1 and 2, which I'm assuming are the most common, stop working, and then the 3 works. So let's see if these work. Yep. So what would happen, you would just put on 1 and nothing would happen. I actually bought a switch and I had it happen to my customer, and then he replaced it, and it wasn't the switch that was the problem. So it's like these copper contacts, and I think it's whatever is rubbing the actual flat copper pieces. Maybe there's a contact pin on the actual lever, possibly. I'd have to look at the part again. Sorry. Hopefully, maybe I can find it and show you now. If not, we'll edit this out. Alright, I'm gonna park this one, back it in. We're burning off.